Do you know what Goal 16 in SDGs? According to the UN, Goal 16 is to strengthen inclusive and peaceful societies for sustainable development, provide access to justice for all, and build effective, accountable, and inclusive institutions at all levels. This goal is critical because without peace, justice, and inclusion, other goals such as eradicating poverty, ensuring education, or increasing economic growth will be difficult or impossible to achieve. Conversely, other goals can also help or hinder the achievement of Goal 16. For example, climate change can increase the threat of violence, conflict, or social, political, and environmental instability. However, the reality is that progress in ending violence, improving the rule of law, strengthening institutions, and expanding access to justice remain uneven across the world. Millions of people live in insecurity and are constantly deprived of their rights and opportunities. So, what about Indonesia? Have we achieved this goal 16? Unfortunately, not yet. Indonesia still faces various challenges and problems in realizing peace, justice, and resilient institutions. There are three main problems that exist in Indonesia. Number one, violent conflicts over natural resources increased by 26% between 2010 and 2014. In 2014, 859 violent conflicts were related to access to natural resources. Number two, in 2015, 27% of children under 5 years old were not registered and did not have a birth certificate. Number three, an estimated 3.8 until 41 million people in Indonesia between the ages of 10 to 59 years use drugs. The manufacture, trafficking, and use of crystal methamphetamine is now the biggest drug threat facing Indonesia. These issues are, of course, very worrying and require attention and action from all parties, including the government, civil society, the private sector, and the general public. We must all contribute to creating peaceful, justice, and inclusive societies where everyone can live safely, prosper, and are entitled to the protection of the law and justice. We must also support the development of effective, accountable, and inclusive institutions that serve the public interest and ensure participation, transparency, and accountability.
Do you know what digital governance is? Digital governance refers to the use of digital technologies and processes to manage and improve governance structure, system, and services. It involves the application of information and communication technologies or ICT to enhance the efficiency, transparency, and effectiveness of government operation. Here are 8 key elements of digital governance. E-government, the use of digital technology to provide government service, information, and interaction online, such as online portals, mobile apps, and digital communication to deliver public service to citizens. Data-driven decision-making. It involves using data analysis to inform and improve policy formulation, service delivery, research allocation, and overall decision-making processes for more effective and efficient government operation. Open data. Making government data accessible to the public in a format that can be easily accessed and reused. This act can promote innovation by the public and private sectors. Transparency and accountability. Digital governance aims to enhance transparency by making government processes, decisions, and information accessible to the public. Cybersecurity. Ensuring the security of digital system and data is a critical aspect of digital governance. Therefore, governments must protect sensitive information to maintain the trust of citizens. Digital inclusion. Addressing the digital divide by ensuring that all citizens have access and can benefit from the digital services. Collaboration and engagement. Leveraging digital platforms to engage citizens in the policy-making processes and encourage collaboration between government agencies, private sectors, and non-government organizations. Smart city. Applying digital technology to improve urban infrastructure and public service to make cities more efficient, sustainable, and responsive to the needs of their residents.
It is unfortunate that 1 in 10 children in Indonesia do not possess a birth certificate. Birth certificates are crucial legal documents that provide vulnerable members of society such as children with legal protection. The policy regarding birth certificate is regulated by Undang-Undang Nomor 23 Tahun 2006 tentang Administrasi Kependudukan, which aim to provide children with a legal identity. Indonesia diverse and vast geography make it difficult for people to access population administration services, the internet, and birth certificate services. To address this issue, the government is collaborating with appropriate technology to find innovative solution. Dinas Kependudukan dan Pencatatan Sipil or Dukcapil currently issue an application for Identitas Kependudukan Digital or IKD.
This application has several advantages such as first, in terms of app security, it is equipped with a screen capture prevention feature thus minimizing misuse of information. Then the share QR code change, which is only valid for 19 seconds, significant, making it more secure. Second, it has an authentication system to prevent falsification and data leakage. Fourth, make it easier and faster for public or private service transaction in digital form, easier when taking care of licensing or when traveling. Finally, they can make requests for printing family cards, moving residence, making birth certificates, and other without having to come to this Dukcapil offline. On the other side, this application has some disadvantages such as first, processing various services online still takes a long time. Second, the application requires internet access, so some residents in areas with limited internet access cannot access it. Finally, when changing a cell phone, it must be reported to the officer to transfer data to the new cell phone. If the phone is lost, the app account owner must come to the Population Administration Service unit to reset the account.
We hope that government can make a solution for this disadvantage. Maybe government can do improvement in the quality service side and make application integration, one application for all of Indonesia.
Drug trafficking and consumption is a form of violence that threatens the peace and security of society. According to the Indonesia Drug Report 2023, more than 30 people die from drug-related causes every day in Indonesia. And according to the National Narcotics Agency or BNN, in 2023, an estimate 3.8 until 41 million people in Indonesia between the age of 10 until 59 use drugs. The production, trafficking, and use of crystal methamphetamine is currently the biggest drug threat facing Indonesia. Drug abuse also contributes to other social problems such as poverty, criminality, health issues, and human rights violence. Although the country has very strict drug laws and more than half of the 44 people on death row face execution, the effectiveness of the death penalty as a deterrent to drug crime in Indonesia is still questionable. One of the solutions from the government with digital governance is the BOSS or BOSS application. BNN One-Stop Service or BOSS is a one-stop integrated service provided by BNN to the community. In it, you can access rehabilitation registration, application for urine test testing, application for drug the result certificate, public complaints, educational information, legal consultation, brochures for import or export recommendation letter, and laboratory testing.
However, this application has several shortcomings that limit its effectiveness and impact. First, the name of the application is different from its official name in the App Store, namely Si Penggiat P4JN, and this may cause confusion and inconsistent among the public. And the second, the app is poorly socialization and popularization, as evidenced by the fact that it only has 1,000 downloads on the Play Store and no review or comment at all. And the third, the app has a low rating of only 3+, and it's indicating that users are not satisfied with its performance and the quality. And the fourth, he said on my friend's story, he reports his brother who has choked in the drugs, but for 3 months after reporting, even until now, there has been no response from the application, except for a general message that reads, "Thank you for reporting," or anything else. This is show that application does not have a good follow-up machine and does not provide educate support and assistance to user. Besides on the criticism of the BOSS application, here are the suggestions that we can give. The first, socialization and mentoring. To improve the BOSS application, BNN must inform and educate the public about this application and the anti-drug movement, as well as guide and support user and stakeholder. Socialization and mentoring can be done through various means, such as media campaign, workshops, seminar, webinar, online forums, newsletter, broadcast, poster, and any others. Second, using machine learning, including user-friendly, user behavior, and data management. First, user-friendly. To make the BOSS app more user-friendly and interactive, BNN should use machine learning to design an adaptive, responsive, interactive that provide feedbacks, suggestions, and recommendations. And the second, user behavior. To To personalize the post app, BNN should use machine learning to analyze user behavior and the feedback and the categoric user beside on their critics. Number 3, data management. To manage and analyze data, BNN should use machine learning for the collection, processing, visualization, and reporting of BNN's application data.
In Indonesia, conflicts over natural resources increased by 26% between 2010 and 2014. The source of these conflicts lies in sustainability, land and resource rights, economic benefits, and damages. The communication revolution has ensured that conflicts do not stay local and under the radar anymore. The government can help with violent conflicts over natural resources by digitalizing natural resources and as such invest in anti-corruption efforts. It will allow for extraction and revenue flows to be transparent and identifiable, and it can address corruption practices and ensure that benefits are equally distributed. The AG can help with documentation, reporting and monitoring of resources. It allows citizens to report wrongdoings and corruption anonymously. Environmental degradation can also be better addressed in this way. In 2015, there were over 320,000 cases of violence against women. The AG can help the violence against women by allowing for easy reporting of said violence by victims and bystanders. The AG will also make it easier for women suffering abuse to report the abuse and build a case against the abusers. Digital governance can make the reporting of online abuse easier as perpetrators can be monitored by government when reported. The EG can also be used to inform citizens on how to keep themselves safe in cases of abuse and how to report abuse, and offer information how to protect yourself online and to keep your privacy safe. In Indonesia, 48% of boys and 18% of girls between the ages of 13 and 17 experienced violence in the past 12 months. DG can offer platforms where violence against children is reported online. The government can then further investigate these cases and help the children in need. DG can also promote evidence-based programs where violence or maltreatment of children is kept track of and used to address abuse while investigating further. DG will also allow children to report the violence they experienced themselves and lower barriers of going to the police station and filing out reports. The governmental platforms can also provide tips for children on how to handle violent and unsafe situations.
Indonesia, which unfortunately has yet to achieve peace, justice, and strong institutions, requires synergy from several parties, including the government, the community, the private sector, and the general public. We still face many challenges such as violence against children and women, unregistered births, and drug use. It should be the government's role to fix these problems and make the community a more livable environment. Through digital government can be able to manage and improve governance structures, systems, and services. It involves the application of ICT to enhance the efficiency, transparency, and effectiveness of government operation. This issue has been followed up through digital governance that relies by various innovations from the government with relevant ministries. Regarding the unregistered birth, the government created the chapel application. Furthermore, related to the problem of drug use, BOS is present as an integrated service solution provided by BNN. And related to violence issues, digital governance can offer a platform where violence is reported online and make the reporting of online abuse easier, as perpetrators can be monitored by the government when reported. Through the implementation of digital governance, it is expected to create an environment of peace, justice, and strong institutions to be more transparent, effective, and efficient, so as to create a more livable environment.
This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be, this is me. Look out, 'cause here I come.